Alright, here goes the Marshy stream. Believe it or not, it's here. Be terrified. I don't know. Something. So I have 2 decks to play so far. I might play a third one. But yeah, here we go. This is a request that someone has put out a few times on my YouTube comments. They want Shogal Warlock. And I asked midstream, like in the comments, I found one of their comments and asked them, like, which Shogal did you mean? The new one or the old one? They meant the old one. But I didn't get that answer until after that stream was over. So like I planned on doing Shogal Warlock today, but then today happened and I wasn't feeling especially good for deck building. Then I thought, you know, it's in Twist. It's easier in Twist. 30 cards, fewer options, and that's how we got to this list. What up, Guapo? Goodbye, Shogal. So one of the cool things about this deck is we can get, like, we can discard our damaging spells and then get them back for freezies with Shogal later. And then, because they won't cost mana anymore, we can... Because they won't cost mana anymore, we can play them the same turn we play Malagos. What's up, Guapo? I will say I'm trying to get Legend and Twist today and tomorrow, and I'm Diamond 4. I'll try my best not to queue into you, but Twist... But it's Twist, so no promises. Well, there you go. Hey, MD. Hey, Monster. Wow, that thing is huge. I'm scared, chat. I'm scared of Edwin. Hey, Elray. Alright. I could, I guess, have Big Game Hunter in here. I don't think we're gonna win this one. Not gonna lie. Martian time of the day, where all Martians from across the universe under one stream unite under one stream to boo the one whose stream the bestest of best Hearthstone player, the legendary Marshall. Yep. I agree, words. Is there anything in my whole deck that can save me? We need 1 more mana. I guess I should have chipped that down last turn, huh? Like, I didn't know I would have this.
Could it be?
Could it be? Is this Twist? No, I would never play Twist. I don't believe in Twist. Yeah, we're toast, right? Yeah. We can play 2 Moltons, which is pretty funny. It is pretty funny. Twist is a true reminder of how scary a 10-10 Edwin is. Yep. Yep. Super long queue times. What MMR do you think you need to win with this deck in Wild? Good question. Also, Twist isn't ending until the 5th, right? The next season. So, like, if I wanted to get Legends, I could probably Could probably still do it this week. If it cancel queue, it says in the background. I don't think it's accurate. I think it's vestigial from when Twist was supposed to line up with the end of the month. My information could be bad. I don't know. Hey, Brian. How you doing? Unless there's literally no one on ladder, no queue should be taking this long, in my opinion. Get a free Sitting Cuties plushie from Pokemon Center by subscribing to their email list by January 15th. Don't mind if I do. How do I do that? Let me just like send a note to my wife so I remember off stream. Remind me to subscribe to Pokemon Center. Martian experiencing the quintessential Twist experience as speak? Yeah. This is why I stopped playing Twist the first time Wonders came around. Like, at a certain point, I had to wait too long. Like, if it takes me legitimately 7 minutes to get to the end of, you know, a Twist queue, like to find a game. Is it just you, or is Pikachu X now bad in Pocket? No, I don't think so. I think it's still good. It's less broken. Like, more stuff has caught up with it, I think. But it's definitely still good. Do you play Dormu on the 15th? Not really. I tried for a while, but I never encountered anyone. Like, there was this one day where I played the 15th all day with Dormu decks, and I think I found 3 people. That was an 8-hour stream. I found 3 people playing Dormu over that time. And, like... yeah, the way that it's set up is you try to knock out Dormu as fast as possible and then cut it from your deck, right? Like, you don't want a quest that wants you to play as Dormu. You want a day where the whole day, if you're playing Dormu, you get something. Can we play Twist in friendlies? Like, are you saying you want to play against me, Schmoopy? Marshy, thoughts on people abusing the ability to put cards in their deck? Oh, man. Filthy, filthy spaghettis. They should all be banned. What's been my longest queue time? I once stubbornly waited for, like, close to half an hour. And then it turned out I disconnected. Okay, yeah. I'll just wait patiently. Well, I thought, you know, taking this deck to Twist instead of Wild was a banger idea. I thought that would be a really good idea. What I forgot was the mode is, like, absurdly neglected. One of my biggest complaints, like, I think probably my primary complaint for why I've lost enthusiasm for Hearthstone, is that I can't just, you know, find a game. You know, like in Wild, I find games because I don't try to, like, get a high win rate anymore. You know, I don't try to climb ranking because my reward for ranking high is this, right? So, like, if I don't care what my ranking is, I kind of stop caring about what I'm doing, and it's just been long enough of that that I just don't have the affection for Hearthstone that I used to. And same thing, like I was having fun playing Twist Wonders. Well, like when it was around the first time, I had a lot of fun playing it. But at a certain point, I was waiting 7 minutes for games, and I can only do that so many times before I'm not willing to do it anymore.
I've been waiting for you, young prince.
And so, like, I feel like when I raise that complaint, the response I feel I get is, it is what it is, right? I want it to be treated as a serious problem that even if it's hard to solve, it needs to be solved, you know? That's the vibe I needed. But yeah. Here we go. How do you fix the queue time problem? You rapidly lower the amount of
Trust me.
you rapidly lower the, or like raise the scale of MMR that you're willing to look at. Like there aren't ever like nobody playing, you know. There are other people. Hey, Veloid. Today's intro was so funny I bursted out laughing while I class. Yeah. Okay, so what's especially funny? So in my last video, I put up a warning, like, you know, when there's like certain themes that aren't, you know, approved for all audiences in a video. They'll say the following footage contains blah 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 blah. And viewer discretion is advised. So I I got a couple comments recently, and they're actually kind of like conflicting. So I get comments that are like, why do you dust bait everyone? We know that you lost a bunch, like we know from stream how much you lost with this deck, and you're tricking everyone into crafting it. And what? Great. All right, waited all that time for our game, and I can't even use it. So that's like one vibe I got. But what was really funny about that is if you looked at the my actual record, I was very positive with the deck. So they were just being stupid. But even if not, you know, like my stream, my video content, at least these days, but basically forever, is just about me having fun, right? Like it's me playing, having my fun in Hearthstone and showing you what I consider my most interesting games that I play. It's not teaching you how to climb to the very heights of, you know, wild ladder for all the good that'll do you. But so I think a lot of people just have their head up their butt, if you know what I mean. But so this other comment I got was on my Reno Warrior video that had the Velen Serenite combo just splashed in it, and the person was like, playing a viral deck is not isn't funny, you know, you just copy paste winning list, delete Hearthstone or something like stupid. But like the Reno Warrior list I was playing was completely unique. You know, people weren't playing that deck. I built it myself from scratch and just put in Serenite and Velen. Charge wasn't even in there. So that comment really stuck with me. And they were talking about, like, you know, it's not fun to play viral decks. And so I decided that I would put because yesterday's video was a deck that I had net decked. And so I put the disclaimer at the beginning: the following content contains gameplay of a net decked meta deck with intent to win games. Viewer discretion is advised. And just because, like, I don't know, that comment stuck with me. And I think everyone who says stuff like that is really dumb. Overwatch ran into an issue where they decreased queue times in high elo, but the game's quality decreased. Then they revert the change and you wait 15 minutes for a game. What do you mean the game's quality decreased? Dustbait Marshy is forcing me to craft every single deck he plays. True. I don't think I've ever seen you have fun. You generally think these decks are good, right? Yes, exactly. How you doing, Ash? Martian made me craft bad cards. It's true. How is Draenei Warrior a viral deck? So that's the other thing, okay? So the Draenei, the Velen Serenite charge combo isn't even good, right? Like, it's the type of thing like Pillager that maybe it's going to be good eventually. Maybe. I don't know. Like, it could be a frustrating thing eventually. But right now, it's not a good deck. And it's answerable by, like, the deck hard folds to good tech cards. Like, tech cards that you could put in your deck that are usable in other matches, right? Like, you have options in every class to answer the Serenite Velen combo easily and not be running a stupid dead card in other matchups like you would in the case of Sticky Fingers and Platebreaker. But even on top of that, it folds to cards that are just kind of in decks already, right? Like Devolve and Zephyrus, and like there's Bob, Reno Hero. Like it just automatically loses to everything. So like everyone who like super like, I think it's fine to be annoyed by the Serenite Velen combo. That's valid. Be annoyed by whatever you want. But like, there's way too much for you to reasonably do about the Velen Serenite combo for me to have any empathy for people who are like, this gross combo needs to be nerfed and blah blah, because I don't like that attitude anyway. But like like if your argument is like it's inherently problematic and it needs to be nerfed so that you never face it, like the deck's win rate's bad, it's easily answered by literally everything, and I don't know, I don't think it was very valid. Marshy, but you have considered that if a card beats me, it's a viral card. That is not fun. That's true, yes, actually. Every card that beats you should be banned.
No. Trust me.
Do you have a golden sticky finger? I think so. Hi, Marshy. I hope your day is going well. It's alright so far. I hope yours is. Blurbs! If you reach the 7th turn against aggro, you get to win with any other card. Villain is not broken. I mean, I wouldn't put it quite like that, but I guess I agree. I miss people just going, that's stupid, lol, rather than grandstanding and denouncing stuff. Yeah, I was thinking, like, I've kind of started to go back down my... I used to be much more against nerfs than I am today, or have been since you guys have known me. I used to be way more against it, and I've kind of gone back on that lately. I still think I do think I've been kind of consistent, not kind of, but pretty consistent. Like, I only ever want things nerfed that need nerfing. I never want something nerfed, just because I don't like it. Like, if something is common and frustrating, and there's not a lot you can do to reasonably interact with it outside of abandoning a core, like, archetype, then I want it to be nerfed. And by core archetype, I mean, like, control combo aggro, right? Like, if you have to give up control entirely to interact with a deck, and that deck is common, then I want it to be nerfed. Like, I think it should be nerfed. Forgot that this card existed. Are they gonna have 4-cost stuff? I guess they'll have a Jade thing that's 4-cost. Sure. But yeah, it's gotten to the point where, like, I think, like, I was talking to a lot of people who don't have as high of a standard as I do in that regard. And so, like, amidst all that discussion, I feel like my bar got lowered and lowered and lowered. But also, you know, they were very willing to change stuff, right? Like, they, at least for standard, they were nerfing things a lot of the time. So it just kind of felt like, you know, stuff gets nerfed. If there's a problem, the way to deal with it is don't nerf it. So I don't know. I'm trying to describe, like, there was a Hearthstone culture element for me at the time that caused me to adjust my standards in a way that don't really reflect how I actually want things to be done. Well, poop. I guess it's trade here, this goes face. But yeah, I think that, like, the over nerfing after like high legend queue times, after that, you know, high legend queue times and non-standard mode queue times, after those complaints for me, my secondary, I think, frustration with Hearthstone is everything gets nerfed all the time. Like, you can't get attached to anything. I get attached to decks, and that's, like, part of why I stick with card games so much, is, like, I fall in love with decks, and that's where my enthusiasm comes from. But I can never fall in love with anything in Hearthstone. It just, like, if a deck is good, it gets deleted. Not, like, you know, some survive. So it's not a hard and fast rule, but very likely, if a deck is good, not if it's broken, if it's good, it's gonna get deleted. So, like, there's nothing to, like, hold on to. There's nothing to, like, get invested in and cherish in the way that I'm used to with these things. So there's that. What am I doing other than playing this turn? I could coin out Malagos next turn if I wanted to. Maybe I will. Martian is fair and balanced. Hello, Marchi. What is your favorite hero portrait for each class? Emo Arana for Demon Hunter, although the 1K is a pretty close second. Cthulhu for Druid. I skipped Death Knight. I think, like, it's either base Lich King or it's the new Bolvar. I actually like that Bolvar. Oh, this is better than what I was gonna do. Do I want to tap or do I want to shoot this with this? I guess I want to tap. Nathria Battle Pass Sylvanas for Hunter. Festival Jaina for Mage. Oh, the Fire Festival Liadrin for... what you call it? Is this... oh, I could steal something. I think I'm going to do this, though, unless this is lethal. So this is 9 and 8. Seems like lethal to me. It does seem like lethal to me, chat. Not going to lie. For Priest, the Prince Anduin. For Rogue, the Dao Chen. For Shaman, I guess Frog Prince Thrall. But I like a lot of Shaman skins. And for Warlock, probably... I mean, I like the mechanical Gul'dan. I think that one's cool. Base, like 1K or like 500 Warrior, the Fiery Warrior. And that's all of them, right? After watching it for some time, I started to agree, other than frustrating stuff like Hostage Mage, everything shall be at least playable, if not strong. Nerfs are boring. Yeah. What is the most overrated console? Maybe PlayStation 5? Like, consoles are outdated now. Switch offers a unique experience from PC, but... What is a deck I despise from each class? Literally every deck my opponent plays against me. I'd have to think about that for a second. The closest I got to being annoyed by a DK deck was Plague DK, but like really that's me just picking something to have to pick something. Demon Hunter. Like I don't even know that I was that annoyed by Lifesteal OTK Demon Hunter. Maybe I should have kept the location. I guess maybe that one if I had to pick one. The Hose and Roughhouser makes Pirate Demon Hunter annoying. Like, if it weren't for exactly that card, I think I would have no issue with Pirate Demon Hunter. But Hose and Roughhouser just makes it so that a lot of Pirate Demon Hunter's boards are kind of unanswerable. So maybe that's the one that's been the most annoying for me. Druid, Tony Druid, easily, by far. Might be the deck that I've hated facing the most. That was really annoying. That was the one where you would auctioneer through your whole deck and then steal your opponent's deck and then naturalize your opponent's minions so that they would die in fatigue. And what was annoying about that is like it was a combo deck, but you didn't like it could go on like turn 2. It could go on turn 7. You had no like amount of prep time, right? Like it was very unpredictable when you would have to have your like dirty rat by in order to stop it. So like it was just a horrible experience. Tony Druid could Fizzleman combo too. Yeah, and you were also like, you know, if you were min-maxing, you were encouraged to draw your or like watch your opponent draw their whole deck because there was a chance they'd mess up. Then what am I on? Hunter. Hunter deck. I guess Questline Hunter. It's been so long. It's been so long since Questline Hunter. Undertaker Hunter. Probably. Yeah, that got me. Like, Undertaker Hunter was, like, pretty fast and aggressive. And more than that, it was getting played by a lot of people. So, like, I think if I hadn't been playing against it so often, I'd have been more tolerant of it, but it did threaten my Hearthstone enthusiasm for a little bit, just because. Just because stuff. Like, it was spammed so often. Like, it was so many of my opponents, it felt like. And then... Is Paladin next? Paladin... hand buff Paladin, probably. It's specifically Conviction that annoyed me. Like, Conviction was so much pressure in the Baron's Wild Paladin. Like, your opponent would just have so much damage out of nowhere. And there was very little you can do with it at the time, except be Priest and Rena Lucia. So... I was really worried when I found out that they were going to unnerf Conviction, but it turned out that like Hearthstone had gotten past that by then, so it turned out fine, but still. Not Cho'Gall, please. Ah, lame. Ended up being kind of fine though. What's next? Priest? That was an interesting decision. I guess it makes sense. I'd have been tempted to do this. Oh, okay, then wanted to play that, but still. Yeah, no, that made sense. They probably made the right choice. They probably made the right choice. I don't know about that choice. I think Patches was worth giving up to not take 7. Maybe. Should I just do this now? Kind of feel like I want to tap some more, but I guess I'm close to dead, huh?
You face Jaraxxus, the Lord of the Burning Legion.
Yeah, we're gonna have to top deck something nice. I think we might be Marshy dead. If you catch my drift.
Golems are a girl's best friend.
Uh-oh. And just like that, we top decked. I mean, Shadow Flame would be nice. Shadow Flame would be kind of nice. Was MC Tech worth tapping for? Maybe. Apparently so. And then we just lose here, right?
Engaging TC-130 into
Yeah.
locator.
Alright. Yeah, Priest is harder to pick. I guess Switcheroo. Probably Big Priest with 4 mana Barons is probably the most annoying one. I'm sure I've thought of. I don't think I like Mind Control, draw your whole deck Priest. I don't think that existed long enough for me to be annoyed by it. Like for me to put it there. You know, like it was annoying, but it didn't last long enough. Oh, the Giants Priest from around the same time as Switcheroo. When Switcheroo cost 3, and was still legal in Wild, there was like a, you know, Radiant Elemental, draw through your whole deck really fast, play a bunch of horrors, Priest. That was really annoying. Isn't Lucia the most annoying Priest deck? It's the most annoying Priest card, but it's not the most annoying Priest deck. So yeah, I guess I give it to like Light Glare, I think they were calling it. For Shaman, probably Big Shaman. Like Big Shaman from Sunken City was pretty brutal. Then Warrior. Has there been an annoying Warrior deck? I guess Pirate Warrior. But it wasn't really annoying to face so much as it was annoying to play for me. Warlock, definitely Seedlock. Seedlock was the most, like when it first came out, that was pretty game ruining. I'm gonna go to the restroom, I'll be right back. Wow, it's me. What did Big Shaman from Sunken City look like? It was, that was the deck that got Lightning Bloom changed to Refresh. So your opponent would just go Coin, Lightning Bloom, Ancestral Call, Neptune, win the game on 1, you know. Hey, Drew. Was there any deck that can handle a turn 1 Neptulon? You could Shadow Word Death it. Oh, did I skip Rogue? Can't decide between Pillager Rogue or Big Rogue for me. It might be Big Rogue. It's definitely Mine Rogue for me, I think. Mine Rogue was Omega frustrating for me. Is Mew EX good? I think so. Ozomet beat turn 1 Neptulon. Did it? Mew EX is Lotheb. Is it? You have to explain that one to me. It was nerfed before Nathria, but Light It Burns also works. Yep. So that wouldn't count. I see. Slap that 20th card on anything. I see. Mal'Ganis versus Anjin San.
I've been waiting for you, young prince.
I wonder if he says that to like Death Knight Artheses. Okay. This is the person that conceded to me after 2 minutes, so we'll see what happens. Hi, Leo. Is Twist based or cringe? It's cringe because of the queue times. It would be based if you would find a game faster. Most annoying to play against was Snip Snap Warlock because of the animations mostly. Oh, well, there you go. I didn't actually mind that one. After 6 million card pulls, I finally got the pack points to get Snarmy EX. Proud of you. I heard there was a new animation cheater deck in WoW now, so that isn't great. It's true, it's not great. It's true. Guess I want to hit Dr. Boom here. Neat. Ooh, MC Tech is interesting. Although I am feeling somewhat dead. Rip Dr. 7? Yeah, if you get the Hunter Hero power, I'm uninstalling. Alright. You're a filthy cheater. You got Warrior, Priest, and Shaman. That's what you were offered. No! You'll be honest, you're kind of scared? Yeah, me too. A little scary. I would like Hellfire or Shadow Flame the most. Oh, they're gonna trade? I'll take it. I'll take it. So should I can't MC Tech yet. Is this worth it? Deal 4. Armor. No. Does the Death Rattle trigger in between the clear and the freeze? No, right?
I must act.
Maybe I should have still gone for a 1. Because, like, all this stuff, for the most part, dies to a 1. Then I could have played something else, too. love that. Don't love that. Trading's nice. It means that the 1/1s are gonna live, which is unfortunate, but otherwise. I could also just steal this, right? I think I kind of want to do that.
Engaging TC-130 mental dislocator.
Is that stupid? 4 or 5. They would need 6 burst damage, and I don't think they have it. So I'll just do that. Then I can like... Oh. I'm dumb. Okay, fine. That's on me. That's on me, that's on me, that's on me. I forgot the format I was playing in. Whoops. What character from WoW would you like to see in Hearthstone as a portrait or having its own card? They already did most of the ones that I wanted. They haven't come out with a variant that I like yet. Like, I'm also, like, detached from my fandom at this point. I don't really... You know, like, WoW and Hearthstone have both done things that make me less... You know, the like is still there, but the love is kind of gone. So, I'm not really excited about any WoW characters that aren't in already. I've always wanted a Parvink warrior portrait. Parvink was just like, it was such an honest little card. It was best translation would be Taunt. It was basically 3 mana for 2/2 Battlecry draw card, and it had Taunt. Attacking worked differently in... well, it was Taunt, wasn't it? I don't think it worked like Magic. Man, it's been a long time since I played WoW TCG. Anyways, the... I think it had what was functionally Taunt. It was called Protector. And I think you could attack specific things, like you can in Hearthstone. And it didn't work like you were attacking, and then you would have blockers. Yeah. Okay. So that's definitely how. Yeah. It was a 3 for 2/2 draw card Taunt, and I threw it in everything because it was just really solid. But you know, Parvink was really cool. And then they came out with another one, Weeble, which was like a double Parvink. It was, I believe, 6 mana for twice the stats, twice the cards. It was just another Parvink. But anyways, like, she was a funny gnome with the pigtails and pink hair and a sword looking very action posy. And that was back when, you know, goofy things were like sprinkled here and there instead of the mainstay. So they were still fun to me. See, I really liked Parvink, and I've always wanted a Parvink warrior portrait for that reason. But she did actually end up in World of Warcraft eventually. She was an NPC in Legion. There was a camp that she was sitting in. What about an all-class Cho portrait? I never want another all-class portrait again. And having all of my opponents turn into Reno Lone Ranger has been such a bummer in my opinion. Tap Hellfire, right? I do have to kill my opponent before a certain point. So there's that. So they're just gonna eat me with the Murlocs. Have we not received a Murd in Bronzebeard after all these years? That's true, yeah. It's still interesting. You'd think we'd have that by now. The thing about Thorsoning here is I don't really have anything in my hands worth Thorsoning. So I feel like I should play this Molten Giant. Eh. If Sargeras is an all-powerful Titan, why is he missing an eye? Are they all-powerful? That wasn't really my understanding. B and I are watching the stream. Oh, that's my mom. Hi, Mom. Hey, Marshy, are you enjoying Hearthstone now? How's work going? You know, it's all right. I like streaming Hearthstone is fun. Hearthstone, I think, has gotten a little away from me as far as like enjoying the game for its own sake. But the but yeah, I still enjoy playing. What's the aim with Malygos? The aim with Malygos is to aim my damage dealing spells at my opponent and watch as they explode with great glee. I am your father? Oh, okay, it's Dad. Actually, hi, Dad. Ow. That hurt my feelings. I hate that I don't have Kazakis to turn all these Murlocs into a sheep. But there we are. I assume Titans are Azeroth gods. They are and they aren't. Like, they're not all powerful. They can be killed. And part of the reason why Sargeras went so crazy is because he was in charge of keeping what would become the Burning Legion in the void, and he was pushing back the demons for so long that the inevitability of his task drove him nuts. What's in the void is more powerful than a Titan, I guess, is my point. You know, that could all have changed by now. Like, I never know. Oh man, those were not good hits. But I never know what continuity has been retconned or not. So I can't tell you for sure. But supposedly, what we know in Hearthstone as a Void Lord is not a Void Lord. That's just a minion. That's like a Void Walker that's stronger than other Void Walkers, right? It's just called Void Lord for some reason. But there's an actual type of thing called Void Lords in World of Warcraft, and supposedly, if one ever actually got in to the Warcraft universe, it's just Jover. Ain't nothing you can do about it. Literally nothing you can do about it. So that's why they had Sargeras charged with keeping stuff back, because you need to like not let them have a foothold, because if they got in, it's done. Why play Dark Bargain over Siphon Soul? In general, I think just because talking. I think the idea, like, if I was going to make an excuse for myself, it would be, eventually I'm going to draw this Cho'Gall, and I want to have played stuff so that, like, my Cho'Gall will get me stuff to play. Is Martian talking to himself? He is. Yes. Okay. Any risk takers? What got discarded? Well, we won't know. So we know that there's a Draxus in here that costs nothing. We didn't have a Taunter though, right? Reno's in here. All right, cool. This is gonna be sick. I didn't want to risk it. It was gonna discard Cho'Gall every time. I don't believe you. All right, chat. Come on. So anyways, I'll do this. I'm not gonna tap, am I? I don't think so. I'd rather have a 6/6. But yeah, I'll play this. Probably should have played that last. I think that's what a smart Marshy would have done. Unfortunately, we're dealing with me. Oh my goodness, this actually is pretty bad. I messed it up. The armor is messing me up here because I wanted to play my Molten Giant. Right. Good hit. Yeah, whatever. Oh, it still does cost health. Interesting. It still messed up my Molten Giant to do it in that order. But I was thinking like I'd be at 30 instead of 35. Is that how that's supposed to work? It ignores your armor? I guess that's how it's supposed to work. It just doesn't come up a lot. I'm pretty sure you gain health playing Draxus first, then playing it last. Gain more health playing it first than playing it last? Really? No, right? Yeah. Anyways, we won. Better, lucky than good or whatever. You know, we're just out here playing stuff. We win. It's great. Better Cho'Gall won. Real. Because if you Reno and then play Jiraxis... Oh, I was never going to play Jiraxis after Reno. I was never going to play Jiraxis after Reno. I just wanted to play it... I wanted to play the Silverware Golem first before the Jiraxis. Like... in the end, I could have still done it, right? Because I didn't realize it wasn't going to take away my armor. That's the part I was flipping out over. So I could have gone Silverware Golem and then Darkshire and still played the Molten Giant for free and played the Infernal and then played Reno last. But that's risky, right? Because the Darkshire might discard the Reno. So I think it ended up being all fine. Huh. Like, it ended up being a fine play. It's just like, not because I meant it to be a fine play. It just ended up that way. In the end, we just always know the health cost armor interaction. Real. Real and true. Dr. Doom, Tyrion, what year is this? The year is probably 2015, right? Because 2016... No, 2016 was Old Gods, and that is in here. So this would have been heading into 2017. This is the end of 2016 is where this is set. Because this is Twist. Cuts off at Gadget Sand. And Ungoro was the first 2017 set, right? By the way, I remember when I moved to my current apartment based off of Hearthstone. Because Ungoro happened while I was in my last apartment. And Wrath of the Lich King was the first expansion I played when I was living in this apartment. So that's how I remember that we started living here in 2017. Ungoro Pog? Ungoro Pog. You still think that Hearthstone is a very good game? That's what's up. Can't wait for the Ungoro sequel. Oh yeah, that is happening this year, isn't it? What are you doing? Yeah. You missed Death Rattle? Yeah. Death Rattle has kind of always been awkward. I think it was pretty good right up front. Because, like, the good Death Rattles were really fast. But then they just stopped being, like, cheap. And having the Undertaker as a payoff for early Hearthstone was a big reason why they worked so well, but yeah. I'm trying to think about how did Sylvanas survive as a good card in Ironbeak Owl Hearthstone, but really the only decks that were really running Ironbeak Owl were Handlock, and maybe Zulok would run one as a splash. Druid had Whatcha Keeper. There's a lot of silence in early Hearthstone. Huh. I think also like board clears weren't as good, right? So just silencing something wasn't as strong as it would be today. Like your healing was worse and your board clears were worse. So if all you did was silence Sylvanas, then the 5/5 is still there beating you down, right? So is this the perfect hand to toss? Hey, Lamp. Ooh, look at my Wombo, chat. I was a little like, when I first started playing this deck, or like putting this deck together, I was thinking like, these discards are gonna go wild and discard my important stuff. But then we look at last game, and discarding my important stuff was really important. So maybe I'm excited to potentially hit this Reno Jackson with my Darkshire Librarian here. Rude! I still do it right. So rude. How dare you? The return to Angora will bring the new innovative keyword Quest 2, the sequel to Quests. Alright. That makes sense. I think that's literally true. It's exactly as true as it is.
Job done.
You know, Mountain Giant and discard stuff is kind of a non-bow, isn't it? Bit of a non-bow. It's gonna like almost work out here just fine. It's kind of funny that like I have my life tap and my Mountain Giant package, and then completely
Death does not scare me.
you know, like that wants me to have a big hand, and then discarding all this discard stuff removes my hand, right? So it's a little wacky. Also, I really want to do this. And there's a high potential for me to die if I don't next turn, because this is Inner Fire, isn't it? Maybe? Hard to say for sure. Wow. I still believe that I'll be able to cast this Mountain Giant. Rude. Remember when I used to have a Shadow Bolt in my hand? Good times, good times. It's like exactly a Siphon Soul. It's always the next card, it's fine. Unlucky. Oh, this works though.
This might sting.
I could have just traded, but I also want to draw the cards, so we Mortal Coil. I am less confident that this is Inner Fire now. This is probably some kind of funny Reno Priest. Like, this is definitely giving me Reno Priest vibes, right? It would run all this stuff. Except for Psychic Conjurer, which didn't actually exist at the time. This is in the core set? Is it also in the Legacy set? Interesting. I don't think that... I feel like this shouldn't be there. Maybe they'll play 2 more minions and I can steal that Sludge Belcher with MCT. Maybe. If you discarded an Echo card and get it back with Cho'Gall, would all of them be health or just one? An Echo. Oh, I see what you're saying. Only the one you cast would be a health. Pretty sure. But yeah, I don't know. Would that be infinite? You know, as long as you had the health, could you recast it? It's pretty funny. Which is pretty funny if it works that way. Oh my. Play one more. No. Brutal for the Marshy fans. Did I just do this? Seems good.
You face Jaraxxus.
I feel like just playing Jaraxxus on curve is always good. Unless, you know, it's not good. Where's your Raza? I completely overlooked the fact that my opponent... I'm so used to this in Wild. I'm so used to this in Wild, I completely overlooked the fact that my opponent had this hero power. That's funny. They're running... Back in my day, we used to have to play a card in our deck to get Shadow hero power. So, obviously, I want to mind control tech that. Soulfire got discarded, didn't it? Okay. I think I'm going to take it and not use this. And the rest of my turn will be this, or this. I could save this to go with Bran, but meh. Okay. I'll take that. Thank you very much. You wish Shadow Form cost 1. Yeah, I mean, it'd be nice if it cost 1, but really what I want it to do is I want it to still upgrade if you already are in Shadow Form, right? Like, is a 2 mana... and what's the fire one called? I forget. The mage one. 2 mana... Gosh, what is it called? I can't believe I've forgotten. But yeah, the mage has like increase your hero power's damage by 1 as a 1-cost spell that stacks for how many times you do it, right? Original Shadow Form only increases the damage by 1 once, you know. Wildfire, yeah. So is a 2 mana Wildfire that you can only use a single time, is that really too much? Martian, hey, I'm back. Been away a minute. What's the twist format this time around? This is Twist Wonders. Just like a year and a half ago. Or whenever it was. Let me see Bran. Oh, yeah. It's kind of sad that Reno Priest didn't really come together because of this card, because I think this card is actually very good. I could swing, play my Molten Giant, and Reno's discarded again, right? That seems good. Whee! This is really good, actually. Oh wait, no, that's not gonna work. That's not gonna work. All right, unlucky. But yeah, I mean, it's still fine after. But yeah, I couldn't play my Reno if I played that first. That wouldn't have been good. And we'll do this. You know, Cho'Gall's kind of spicy. Cho'Gall's a little spicy, chat. I'm into it. This is working out pretty well. Ten armor, draw 3 cards. Well, my opponent is at 1,000,000,000,000 health. Is Cho'Gall Dr. 8? I guess so. Luckily for me, I have a bunch of burst damage. It's gonna work the way that I think it's going to. So do this. And yep, that's enough. That's enough. I'm also like, I put the Malagos package in on a whim towards the end of putting this deck together, and I think it actually works pretty well, right? It's pretty good. Working as intended. Alright, now it's Marshy math time. 8, 17, 27, we need one more, and we're good. One moment. Malagos package, or as I like to call it, Malagos. That is true. That is true. That is true. I consider the Soulfire to be part of the Malagos package, but that was going in for the discard anyway. So there's blend. The Thorson I put in because of Malagos also. Yeah. And that wasn't going to be in without Malagos. Mally versus Leroy. Mally pieces can help clear. Yeah. I guess that's true. I figured I would discard Malagos, and then that would be cheap to play with the spell damage stuff. That works with Soulfire, which I'm running anyway for the discards, and then Hellfire and Shadow Mom, which I'm running anyway because they're cards. Whereas for Leroy, I have to run Faceless Manipulator, which I don't want to run, and, well, Faceless Manipulator is probably fine, huh? Power Overwhelming is probably also fine. Mm-hmm. 9-minute queue time. Yep. You'll have to see it. Twist is the ultimate format. The only format that makes you wait a ton of time other than any of the other formats that do that. You'll love to see it. How do I have the patience? I don't have the patience, so I don't play much off stream anymore. I swear your queue times are significantly worse than yours. Unlucky. You had a 12-minute queue today? That sounds terrible. That sounds like I would make it 5 minutes into that queue, and then I would close Hearthstone and play a different game. That's me. Twist becoming closer to duels and mercs. Thanks, Blizzard. Becoming? Yeah, Twist was scuffed right off the bat. In both the beta and the Twist Wonders, the first two formats for Twist, I stopped playing off stream because of queue times. Like I kind of wanted to contest one in the beta one, but I'm not willing to wait 7 to 10 minutes for a game. I'm just not. Like when I press play button, I should soon have a game. That's my opinion. And then I didn't have to be nearly as high when I was playing the Wonders format that I was when I was playing Twist Beta to get those awful queues. So like, you really like the pre-made decks one? I'm glad you liked it. I feel like they should have just kept that for Twist. Like, that's the Twist format that I have no interest in playing. Like, all the other ones I have interest. It's just I can't tolerate the queue times. That one I have no interest in playing, but everyone else seems to, right? So like, obviously what I was getting out of Twist isn't something that translates well to the broader player base, but the pre-made decks one, that translated well, right? Like a lot of people were playing that one. So I feel like they should have just made Twist be that, right? Like, have something that works and keep it working, and then, instead of trying to force whatever the plan is with this. Koibito. Alright, my opponent is a warrior.
Let the darkness engulf all.
I feel like these two are really good together if I get a discard card. I also feel like that's kind of hopeful. Maybe I keep just... I don't even love Mistress on the draw. Do I keep this? Do I keep this? Not that. I'll keep Silver Oracle on. I might have missed it, Martian, but did you ever do a reaction vid for Kibler's State of Hearthstone vid? I haven't even watched it. Haven't even watched it. I think I have like a sense of his complaints already. And like, I don't know. I have a sense that I don't know. I have weird feelings over, like, I'm already frustrated enough on my own with how like certain aspects of Hearthstone have played out. That like I don't really want to watch a video of someone talking about how annoyed they are at Hearthstone, right? Which is weird because like I'm sitting here like I didn't even mean to be so complaining today. Like I don't feel especially complaining. But I've realized, like, talking it out now, I've said a lot of negative things so far this stream. But chat, I don't want to coin Mortal Coil. Dare I risk this? I dare. It literally always works out, chat. Oh, come on. Okay, fine. Do I save my coin or do I tap? Probably should have just tapped and saved Mortal Coil for next turn. I think that's what a good player would have done. I don't know. But yeah, so I don't really want to seek out like content where the whole point is like, these are all my issues with Hearthstone, just because, like, I don't know. But, like, also, part of me feels like it's gonna be a really weird thing for me to say, but I'm kind of over influencer influence as far as like game balance goes. Like, I realize I'm again, you know, like there's a bit of hypocrisy attached to that, being an influencer myself. But like, oh thank goodness, what opponent, get wrecked. Have you tried not getting wrecked? Come on, chat, how skillful was that? Come on. Am I the most talented one? So anyways, like all that, like, that's just me trying to explain why I'm having a weird lack of interest in hearing Kibler's opinion, I guess. Like I'm not like invested in the same way I used to be, and I'm like disillusioned with things in certain ways, and you know, why have a cohesive statement when I can sit here jarbling about stuff for extended periods of time? Oh wow, Pirate Warrior snooze. This is based Pirate Warrior. What are you talking about, snooze? This Pirate Warrior is based on a true story. Alright. It's the cool one. Well, I'm gonna play this. I'm gonna play this. And then I'm going to discard Silver War Golem. Literally every time. Oh, I'm not mad about that. I'm actually thinking that Bran is kind of duty in this. It's fine, right? Like, double Kazakis potions is good. You know, curving it into this or playing it alongside this could be good. Do you get to pick twice? Or does it steal the same one twice? Because that's actually worse with Bran than it used to be, isn't it? Huh.
I'll find it.
But Martian, Bran is the most busted card ever. It is. It's the most busted card that isn't one of the others. Yeah, I mean, I get you, and I think that's really indicative of how the community feels too. There's a lot of fatigue and probably driving people away to just sigh rather than try to figure out how to make things better. Word. Word. I'll miss you, Molten Giant. You showed up at the wrong time. That seems good. I feel like I could be a little bit more aggressive here. But I don't have, like, an aggressive thing to play, right? This is the most aggressive play. So I guess, like, if I was going to be, like, I'm the aggressor now, what I would do is ignore the ship's cannon and go face. And there we are. Molten Giant is going to be so funny off of Cho'Gall. Yeah, I guess, huh? I feel like my opponent might concede here. So we may never know. Should I just play Cho'Gall? I've done every discard card. Well, I haven't actually. I've discarded two things, right? Are they worth it? It's Molten Giant and Hellfire. Yeah, I don't want to get those back.
I'm wasting time.
I don't know. How about this? How about this, chat? Wow. That seems pretty good. That seems pretty good, chat. Not gonna lie. MCT triggers twice only if your opponent still has 4 minions after you stole it first. Are you thinking of old MCT? Because old MCT stole a random minion, so it didn't require you to pick one. I think this one tries to steal the same minion twice when you play it with Bran. That's my big Marshy theory. This is bullying? Well, I'm a bully, so what can I say? Other than, here's this. Yay! But Cho'Gall ended up being much cuter. Well, obviously we didn't play in this game, but like, I was expecting Cho'Gall to be like something I have to force to maybe get one game with just for the sake of being able to put him in my thumbnail, but like, there were a couple games there where he was actually pretty good. All right, now we can move to the format that gets more Twitch viewers. Did you guys just see that? Did you see my armor break? Why? Armor bug is known? Not by me. Not by me. Do you enjoy 4X games? I've been enjoying Age of Wonders for a lot lately. Wondering if you've played it. What is a 4X game? Jacques.
My blade burns with holy fire.
I blast you to smithereens.
Is that plot armor? It is. It is plot armor. Is 4X a studio? Or is it a style?
I see you broadcast.
Like Civ or Stellaris? Well, I haven't played any of these games you guys are mentioning, so I guess not.
I cannot
Explore, expand, exploit, and exterminate. It's the Dalek. Dalek type game. Any prep swindle enjoyers? Probably not. I'll probably tech and weapon next turn, and then prep passage, looking for stuff. You think we'll see any sticky fingers today? I don't know. Oh, hey. Well, now I'm gonna do this and this. That's great. We're gonna have like a pretty good thing. I remember there was this one time when I was playing Kingsbane. When was it? It was like it hadn't gotten anything new in a long time, and it wasn't like it hadn't been a good deck since like Dark Moon Fair, right? So what it would have been in like somewhere in a half year to a year after that, but before it got the resurgence it got from, was it Festival? Where I played Kingsbane basically all stream, and did encounter somebody with a sticky finger, even though like it was completely off anybody's radar ever, you know, for a long time. And like, I don't know, how do you interpret that other than somebody is like either counter queuing you or sniping you, right? Like, this isn't going to be the best prep ever, but this prep is going away because it's a secret passage prep. So I'm going to do it regardless. So on the one hand, I want to say no, of course not. You know, who's gonna tech for Kingsbane right now? But on the other hand, I've seen it before. Someone really hates Kingsbane. Was there another weapon? There is no other weapon that calls for sticky fingers specifically. Like, people played it for, in Standard, they played it for Evolve Shaman because it mattered to keep the weapon out of the, like, weapon res pool. So, like, that's happened before. But that was Standard, right? Twig. I guess, yeah, you can run it for Twig. I wouldn't, but you could. That was the Twig nerf. ETC released way after Twig. People didn't start running Sticky Finger in their deck because of ETC. They started using ETC as an excuse. But no, people were playing Sticky Finger, like the situation I mentioned before. That was before ETC came out. That was someone was just raw running the raw Sticky Finger in the deck for the sheer thrill. Like, people didn't start tech carding because of ETC. Like, that ETC didn't invent running tech cards in your deck. It just invented running tech cards in your ETC. Do I agree with Corb that Shadow Extra Large is the best deck in Wild? I don't disagree. I think that seems completely possible to me. The likelihood that that is true. Stuff. Alright, well, Marsh, she needs to do something. Am I just Giga dead? But all this Divine Shield is really ruining me. I don't think there's anything I can do other than this and pray. But like, they're gonna have all that extra damage. No, I definitely lose. Why is my opponent cheating all the time? How do my opponents stay so cheaty? Hey, Power Kirby. What are we up to this fine Mode? You know, we're Modaying it up. Corb still plays. Yeah, I think he is more disillusioned with streaming than actually playing. And actually, like, if you his Discord is pretty active, right? It's like the big wild hub. Like, if you want to know what the good decks are, like, he still looks at the data and compiles stuff. GG. I bet this matchup is 90-10 for the Paladin. Felt invincible when I was on the other side. Oh, well, there you go. Main deck Blood Knight chat. Let's make it happen. Real. Is my deck too big for this Zephyrus? Thoughts? Thoughts, chat?
I'll blast you to
Yep.
smithereens.
All right, that's one for yes. If this swindle gets me a weapon tutor, I'm probably going to coin it out. Getting Divine Shield on the hero seems pretty good against Kingsbane. I think I'd have been fine if I could have kept clearing the board, but I ran out of stuff. We just placed against, like, for example, like, I have this deal 1 damage to throw away type thing. Like, I was going to be able to hit them again just fine. Like, we just played against Libram Paladin and they run the Divine Brew that gives all their stuff Divine Shield. Which was a problem. But I ran out of gas and their board was going to kill me is what happened. So 2-mana Passage looks illegal. I know, isn't it disgusting? Yuck. I miss it. I miss Passage. I don't miss facing Null Rogue as often as I was, but I definitely miss Passage. Hello from Korea. Is Kingsbane good now? Haven't seen people playing it for a while. I think it's decent. I don't know that I would classify it as good necessarily, but I do think it's pretty decent. Like, it's like fine enough to play, which is why I play it. I love Stormwind. The game feels so much better being fast-paced. What's up, Bedrooms? I wish the Passage nerf was 3 cards and not 2 mana. I don't know. I don't know if it's just something that needed to be done, to be honest. Like, they made those changes and suddenly people started playing Wild again, so I think they maybe made the right call, and it's just kind of like there were goods and bads of Secret Passage, and it's a shame that we can't do the good stuff anymore, but it's necessary to remove it. I don't know. I'd love to see Nerfed Passage go back to standard next set. It might get more mileage in a lower power format. Thoughts on playing this, chat? Ooh. My faith was rewarded. Ooh. This is better than this, right? I think so. Or she needs draw. Favorite game tearing Stormwind felt the same. Rush to complete your questline as fast as possible. There was no control, no aggro, no combo. It's just questline. Oh yeah. Interesting. That is a narrative. I tend not to super go all in on like Stormwind discussions. because I didn't play hardly any Standard during Stormwind. So like, I don't really have an opinion on how Standard was during that time. I do think the quest lines had a pretty negative effect on Wild, personally, but the best deck in the game in in Stormwind Wild until so first of all, the top decks were like, there were the big three after the Demon Seed nerf, right? So after the Demon Seed nerf, or the Demon Seed ban rather, the top three decks were in reverse order: Questline Pirate Warrior, Questline, which is an aggro deck, Questline Hunter, which, you know, that's a Questline deck, but Questline Pirate Warrior was an aggro deck that had the Questline in it. And then Reno Even Warlock, which is like pure spice. That's like pure. Like Stormwind had a deck that is no like actual manifestation of raw spice, right? Martian, I just became legendary. Congratulations, Jeff. So like, we can't say there wasn't any control. We can't say there wasn't any aggro. And by the end of Stormwind, the dominant force in Wild, like when it was finally figured out the right way to run it, the best deck in Wild by the end was Ignite Mage, right? So if we were gonna like take the there was no aggro combo or control assessment and apply it to what I know, which is Wild during that time, that doesn't check out at all. But I do think that those kind of assessments don't make a lot of sense. We don't. Oh, they have this. Never mind. Because like, I do know just from paying a little bit of attention that the big deck in Standard at the time, the big monster, was Garrot Rogue, which is a tempo combo deck and doesn't have a quest line in it, right? So, meh. I think it's pretty fair to say that Stormwind was incredibly hostile to jank decks, but it was also incredibly high skill at the top of it. So depending on your playstyle, powerful preferences, it was either really fun or horrendously awful. Yeah, like, I don't think that... I think that both at the assessment that Stormwind was some kind of mistake that was hated by all players is a narrative, right? That's all it is. It's not like that's inherently true or anything like that. A lot of people liked Stormwind just fine, or loved it. But I also feel like the idea that Stormwind was how Hearthstone should be, and just the raw masses were wrong and like should have appreciated it better, or that you know, it's just an outspoken few that said Stormwind was bad when really everyone loved it entirely. Like both of those camps, I think, are wrong, because the way that Stormwind was, at least in Wild, it really narrowed what you could play. Like whether what you could play was fun or not, whether it was or not, the variety that you had access to was incredibly narrow. So that was during a time when like you basically had to, you know, other than even Reno Warlock, you had to abandon slower strategies for the most part. So like there's stuff to like about it, there's stuff to hate about it. I think both sides are pretty valid, as long as they're not like insisting that their opinion is the only one worth considering. Is Mech Hunter a viable deck? It looks giga broken. It's the best deck that runs mechs in Hunter, I think. I played hand buff Pally that's soft hated against Questline Hunter. Word. In Stormwind. In my opinion, it was more interesting back then. Now it's Druid AFK then kill you, Mage AFK then keep AFK, and Priest smorking without counterplay. Well, there you go. You're like, can't you counterplay Priest by, like, clearing the board or healing? I feel like these matches are easy if I'm playing a slow deck with answers. Shadow Priest is pretty counterable. That's how I feel. Like, I'm probably going to lose this game, right? Like, my weapon isn't very big. I don't have Blade Flurry in hand, but, like, that doesn't mean there isn't counterplay to this deck. It just means I haven't drawn my cards that I need. Opponent had a good start. Real. I do kind of want to have this, but not as much as I want to have other stuff. See what we've won. That, my friends, is what we in the business like to call bungus. You really enjoyed the questline Warlock mirror in Stormwind? I didn't like it. It felt very lopsided. Like, whether you went first or second mattered too much. Also, like, the player that drew Dark Lair or not had a big advantage. And, like, there are subtle things, right? Like, when you commit a certain amount of giants or whatever, like, it's not like the matchup was devoid of skill or anything like that. But I had just been playing actual, real, cool Dark Lair Warlock the year prior. Like, the more fun version of that strategy. So, like, I wasn't about to enjoy the big downgrade of questline Dark Lair, right? Like, that was just a less interesting version of a much cooler deck that I had already been playing as and playing against non-stop for a year, so. What's going on there? Hearthstone? Did I just lose? Great. Logging back in. You do miss actual Dark Lair Warlock? Word. Word. Chad, do you think I'm going to be able to attack and draw Blade Flurry and then win? Or do you think I lose? Looks like I lose. At least I managed to play the cards that I wanted to play, but, you know, it's pretty sad that I had to just skip that turn.
Come, pray with me.
Doomerang would be so fun against this. And I wish I'd drawn a card. Both my Doomerangs were in the Finley hand, right? So we're not finding that unless we... we're not finding Doomerang unless... Oh, but, you know, Phantom Knives, or Blade Flurry, rather. Can finally go face. This could find a Doomerang. What a good top deck. Marshy still wants Blade Flurry. Come on. Come on. No. Alright, into both coins and a Blade Flurry. So sad. One coin, a Doomerang. Well, at least I get to do it, I guess. Yay! Alright. I'm gonna go to the restroom. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. I'm back. You're all safe. Hi, sheep. I'm not as resigned as most people seem to be with Hearthstone nowadays, but I do get them. For me, this year was very underwhelming. Being the anniversary year made it worse too. It saddens me a bit because during Showdown in the Badlands, the hype was pretty decent.
I'll blast you to smithereens.
I don't remember how I felt in Showdown. I think that's when my personal fatigue was starting to really, like, it was starting to be obvious to me. But like, I really didn't like Reno Lone Ranger. Like, it made one of my favorite archetypes lame, right, for me, you know. So there's that. I mean broad archetypes, not specific deck. Like, it made Highlander decks lame to me. I don't know about keeping Swindle. Guess I'll do it. Fingers crossed they bring him back with the old effect. You know what, I was thinking about that? I almost hope they don't. Like, you know, I previously kind of agreed that his cost could go down, but just as long as they don't bring back his old effect. But I kind of just don't want him to get reverted at all, because I don't want to see him that much, you know? Like, the it's not about power level at all. Like, I think from a pure power perspective, he'd be totally fine to come back down to 8, right? Like, just from that standpoint, absolutely, he could come back down to 8 with the same effect he currently has. That's fine. But like, every single Highlander opponent having the same portrait is bogus to me. Like, it's so boring to face the same. Like, I want to see a variety of faces on this side of the table, and when they all are Reno all the time, like, it makes it a lot easier for people to hate Highlander too, because like, it makes them feel more homogenous. So anyways, if they bring back the mana cost and the effect, I'm going to be upset. If they bring back the effect and not the mana cost, I'm going to be upset. If they bring back just the mana cost but leave the current effects, I'll be mostly indifferent, I think. And if he just stays the same, I think that's, like, if he stays like what he is right now and doesn't get reverted at all, I think that's probably, you know, from a selfish personal perspective, what I would consider ideal. But yeah. You hate looking at Reno's smug face. It's just like, I like the character, right? Like, you know, if a class had that card, it would be fine, right? But typical Marshy W take. That's what's up. Thanks, sheep. I didn't think about having to stare at his face in every Reno match. Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know if I don't know if I'll feel differently, right? Like, I was really surprised at how pleased I eventually was with the Conviction revert, for example. You know, like, I might be fine with it by the time it actually happens. I'm just like, I don't want to see it more often. Do I, like, if I was going to do this, it would just be to not draw into it later. I know it messes with my harmonic hip hop, but I wasn't playing that next turn anyway. See, I should have done this in a different order, but I don't think this is going to come down to whether or not I can heal with the bleaching poison, so I want to play it. Feels similar about Kill Jaden. Should have been a Warlock card. It's different to me with portraits versus cards. Like, I think it's okay when... Like, I don't think that the effect of Reno needs to be restricted to a single class. I think hero cards change what you're looking at for the entire game, so they shouldn't be in every deck, I guess. So, I don't know. Kill Jaden I'm actually happy with as a neutral card. So, why is Finger an emo? You would have to ask Bullmaster, who hasn't been here in a while. He liked that one. I think it was a meme from, you know, a couple years ago. Do any of my mods have ZTV permissions now that Bullmaster doesn't really show up anymore? I'll just do this. I was debating whether I should do this first, but I don't think it matters. Like, all that would happen is if I liked the whatever I drew off of the Finley, it would go to the bottom of my deck. I can give you permission? Cool. I haven't logged into 7TV in forever. Am I gonna have to, like, give it its permissions again? Continue with Twitch. Authorize. Forget how to give people permission. Remind me later. Or don't. Whatever you want. I'll remember at some point. Would the hero portrait issue be better or worse if Reno put a hat and a stupid mustache on your current portrait? That would be better. So that's the other thing, is like, I've always thought that it would be completely fine if all they did was just if all they did was just make it so that when you, like, Reno looked different depending on what your class was, right? Like, if he had demon horns when, like, demon horns and a cloak when you transformed into him as Warlock, and he had, like, you know, Knight of the Silver Hand armor and a funny hat, a funny Paladin hat when he transformed from a Paladin, you know, that'd be fine, right? Because you like, there would be class identity and a different, you'd be getting a different aesthetic whenever you played him in a different class, which is my criticism. Like, again, it's not for power reasons that I don't want the current version of Reno to be at 8 mana again. I just don't want to see the same character literally every time I play against a Reno deck. But yeah, if he had, like, class specific, like, if he looked differently, or, like, even better, like, if the hero card was just like a League of Explorers hero, right? Like, if when you transformed into this is exact lethal, isn't it? No, it's not. Yes, it is. If it was like, you know, a League of Explorers card, and then they had a League of Explorers character for each class, right? You know, that would be even better. You know, my only problem with it is it turns every Reno deck into the same person at this point, as long as they don't give it its old text back. Hey, Super Slaying. Have you been Super Slaying? While we're talking about Reno Portrait, let's start a side conversation about Ice Block, Sticky Fingers, and Zephyrus, or ETC, and pronunciation of the word mana. Alright, you got it. Those are truly some of the topics of all time. Very true. Did you ever used to watch Riparian pre-Battlegrounds? I like, after he had already switched to Battlegrounds, I had this like very short stint of watching his old arena videos. I like very briefly got kind of into arena and watched a bunch of old Crip and Trump videos playing arena.
I see you brought guests.
Are we aiming to win today? I would never, ever try to win a video game. All right, chat. I just don't believe in it. All right. And everyone else who would optimize their deck to win games is a filthy tryhard, and they should delete Hearthstone. What's winning? Only a cringe person would win, right? You're only allowed to win if your deck sucks.
Relax your mind.
As you can see, my opponent here is playing a deck that's clearly meant to win, so they're cringe. Boop. You wish Dreadstee was reversed? Dreadstee could easily be reversed. I think it's fine to have a 2-card, 6-mana clear the board, like double-sided board clear. You know, that's fine by today's standards. Would the League hero for Warlock, DK, Demon Hunter be Rapam? I don't know how I do that. I don't know how I do that. It's like brand new idea. Brand new thought. But yeah, if you go by Year of the Dragon, I guess you would have it be the League of Explorers and the League of Villains or whatever they were called. Yeah, we were talking about Shadow Priest being uninteractive, but like I'm just gonna sit here ignoring this board forever and smack them in the face. The perfect Hearthstone is when every deck has a 45% win rate, and 10% of the time we get pizza and ice cream. Word. I think I used all my luck up in one game of Battlegrounds I just had for the year. Oh. Something crazy happened? Alright, can my opponent come up with 16 damage? It is possible. Why not hit Brain Masseuse? Because if I had, by saving the brain, I guess at this point I should have. This last turn, I think I should have. But previously, having the Brain Masseuse around meant that I could Doomerang it for extra damage and then still hit them in the face. But yeah, this last turn I should have done it because that just meant I would take 2 less damage. Should have healed too, probably. Absolutely not. If I hadn't played the card that I played last turn that gave me durability, I wouldn't have the swing for lethal this turn. Like I was on my last durability. I had to play the durability one that turn. And before that, I was sitting at like 38 health. So no, I should not have healed. Word. These Reno changes should go in the same patch that makes all the old DK cards dual class with DK. I agree. Blade Fury can go face? No. If you remember, I was just talking about leaving the Brain Masseuse up for damage from Doomerang. Same thing for Blade Flurry. It'll, you know, Brain Masseuse. I'll blast ye to smithereens. You have a question? I'm ready. Lay it on me. Lay that question on me. I am prepared, more so than ever, to answer your question. Deliver unto me your best question. Or are you just proud of your question? You don't want to ask it. You just have one. Because that's relatable. Blade Fury can go face if you Silas the 1/4 guy to the opponent. It's true. Word. You walk into a casino and they give you 10k to gamble, or 10% chance to win 100k and leave. Which one would I choose? I could throw away 10k or 10% chance to walk away with 100k. Well, okay, I guess I need the parameters, right? Like, do I have to gamble until the entire original $10,000 is gone? Or can I, like, gamble with my $10,000 for a couple hours? Of course? Okay. Can I gamble? Can I gamble whatever I want, or do I have to play like slot machines? Because if I can play poker, I might go for the... I don't think I'm amazing at poker, by the way. Like, I'd like to be better at poker, but I haven't played enough of it. But I think I'm grasp it enough that, like, you know, I could turn that 10k into a decent amount to take home. And like 90% chance to leave with nothing is a little sad, considering, you know, if I could turn the 10k into 2 grand I could take home by playing poker. I've seen how slot machines work, by the way. You know, if I had to play slot machines, I would definitely take the 10% chance winning 100k, because the slot machines are very much designed to they're very much designed to have you sit there and watch as you have less money, right? Like, it's a, you know, I'd probably, you know, feel like you could probably earn a decent sum of your, like, if you're just gambling until you've spent $10,000 and then you leave with whatever you have left over, you know, it's probably, you could probably leave with like a third to a half of that. Maybe slot machines is fine. $100,000 is so life changing, though. Is it worth it to take the 10% chance to get? I don't know. My impulse is to take the $10,000 and gamble until I can have whatever because I know I would come away with something. You know, I would be happy to have $1,000. But like 10% chance to have a life-changing amount of money is pretty considerable. So I guess my answer is, I don't know. I'm useless. I wish I had a Doomerang in my hands. Alright, I'm gonna see if I can get it. I could not. So far. So don't get to go face. I also kind of just don't want to waste this on a single minion, but you know what? I think I'm just doing it. Right? At least at this point. I'll be honest, if I can only leave if I have more... No, you have to spend the whole 10k. And then... So, like, say slots pay out at 20%, right? Like, say... that's what you can expect if you sit there playing slot machines the whole time. Then you're still, you know, you're still leaving with $2,000 because you sat there with slot machines money. Like, you don't have to get positive. You have to have spent the $10,000 they gave you. But like, as long as you're not deliberately trying to throw away I mean, as long as you stop once you've spent $10,000, if you take the $10,000 option, you will leave with money. Like, you don't have to stop when you get 0. You have to have spent 10,000. So, like, as you're playing slots, you're not going to get 0 money, you know. And this isn't your $10,000 that you've put up. They've given you a free $10,000 to play with. So, you know, it's just like, do you value a guaranteed, you know, like $2,000 to $5,000, like, assuming you're not like really good at blackjack or poker, that you could guarantee that you'd like match that or end with more. Like, do you value the guaranteed, you know, $2,000 to $5,000, or do you value the like chance at $100,000 more? You can cash out anytime as long as you have over 10,000. Oh, really? Oh, well, that's different. That wasn't what, like, I asked my question. You said, of course. I just have to get, so I either go to 0 or I get above $10,000. That is, it's always the $10,000 option, right? Just like very conservatively bet at a poker table. That sounds great. Yeah, I'd do that for sure. I would definitely take a guaranteed $10,000 over a 10% $100,000. I was answering the question as though I had to spend all 100% of the $10,000 I was given to gamble. Would I try 10% for $1 million? Absolutely. Yeah, a 10% chance to get $1 million. I'm always going to take the 1 in 10. I hate that, like, I always face the same group of like 10 people when I play Wild. It's very funny. But I still manage to find games in this. It's weird.
My blade burns with holy fire.
I'll blast you to smithereens.
I like your strategy. Just walk around the casino until you find a penny. It's pretty good.
I see you've brought guests.
I cannot wait to read these. Look! You'll shiny. I cannot wait to read these.
I like the question of original 10K. You could put a coin in every spot on the roulette. Just wash your money that way. The free 10K is implied by the fact that none of us have 10K to begin with. I'm very confused. But I'll tell you what I'm not confused about. Smacking my opponent in the face for 7. Good times. 50 chance to win 1 million, but if you lose the 50-50, you lose $50,000. And I don't have $50,000 to spend, so yeah, I don't think I can take that bet. Is that $1 million tax-free? What's your scenario? You tell me. Am I really about to play this just to finale my mic drop? Seems slightly doo-doo to me. Fine.
To perfection.
Lunchtime.
Is that Libram Paladin? We ain't winning this one, boys. That's quitter attitude. You're probably true. But why be true when I can get wrecked? Man, is it worth running Fan of Knives just because of this? I don't think most Libram Paladins play this, right? This is like a standard thing to play. When I was looking at the list of Hi, Ceaseless. They left this up for some reason. I don't love just wasting this counterfeit coin, but I also don't want to draw it, right? Like, I want to draw more useful things. What's in the ETC? Nobody knows. It's a mystery. It's one of the mysteries of all time. This Kingsbane run has gone surprisingly well. Yeah, it's gone alright. Kingsbane has always just felt alright to me. Like, ever since it had that resurgence in Festival where it was good, and then ever since then it's just kind of been like, yeah, this is a fine deck. It's not amazing, but it's fine. Is Thesis even good in this deck? I've never seen you get it to playable for you. Wow. Something to consider is the fact that I've only played 6 total games with it, but I would figure it's good. Should I smack face first or just do this? Whatever I do, I should do it soon.
Lunchtime.
I think we lose. That's my big theory. I think this is one of those famous Marshy lose type situations. Glow stick or the weapon. I think this would be a very winnable matchup if it weren't for the Libram of Faith. Could we win last turn if we can get 1 damage and hip hop? Yeah, maybe. Hey, Christobin. Chrysotibin. I always just kind of default to Christobin when I read your name. Chrysotibin. How should I pronounce that? Taunt and Divide shields are brutal from the Martians. I think I'm fine clearing their other stuff. Like taunts I'm not afraid of. I have like stuff that answers that. That's fine. Like unless it's like relentless taunts, then it gets a little sketchy. But like taunt plus Divine Shield I think is sketchy, and just taunt by itself is whatever. If my opponent's platinum, I'm not gonna put that in my video. You don't mind Christobin? Alright, word. Until I'm satisfied that I can't beat a list that's running cards I expect, then I'm not going to consider altering the deck specifically for that matchup. Put your faith in my nose. Look at your screenshot in Discord, you got it.
I see you've brought I see you've brought guests.
Where is it? Oh, there we are. I found it. Okay. Wow, that is a very large board. That is a very large board. This is what Guapo's got going on in Twist right now. Look how stonks those are. There's that. My opponent is running what is probably Reynold Paladin.
Let's see, what do I take?
This card being real disgusts me. I mean, I don't know. It's kind of cool in Paladin. I'm predisposed to think it's stupid because of when people were playing it in Priest. Right, Tyrion? Wow. I think I like prep this better than just playing this, so I'm gonna do it. That's a lot of cutting class all in one turn. Boop. 3 mana, draw 4, eat your heart out, AI. Word. I really forgot how Feast or Famine old Millrogue was as a deck. Yeah. Was Millrogue ever an actual good deck? It was only Kingsbane Millrogue, right? It's Kingsbane Mill was the only time Millrogue has been real, I think. I know it was played, but I don't think it was ever good. Chat, my weapon is so big. My weapon is so big. Look how many durabilities it has. Name a better duo than Martian going live the moment I get off this website. What What up, Jordan? Savitz played a lot of Milrogue when Gang Up was released back in the day. Well, I mean, like, it could be a content deck, but, you know, was it a good deck? Draw an Overload card. How many charges is too many? I don't think there's ever too many with this deck. Oh man, hopefully that's not horse, huh? Horse would be bad. Do you guys think I'm about to take 10 damage from Eye for an Eye? Right. It would have been... Would Eye for an Eye have hit? Right? Because it hits and then it does it. I think I'd have taken the damage. Secrets on a diamond portrait disgust you? Fair. I don't know if it's a hot take, but I like how big that Paladin portrait is by comparison to my small one. I guess Patches is a small little guy, and he's a big old guy. So maybe that makes sense. I have a sneaking suspicion my opponent is going to kill me with stuff. Can I come up with enough damage to prevent that? Unlikely. I don't have the Healy thing. Too bad. Like, if I'd had Leeching Poison that turn, I could have healed out of range of Savara. So if their plan was to order in the court to draw Ceaseless and then hit me with Savara, that wouldn't have dealt the damage. Is Patches a relevant character in WoW lore, or why is it so important in Hearthstone? It is significant in Hearthstone because of how ubiquitous it was for the like year and a quarter that it was standard legal. It's a very infamous card, but no, it's not important to WoW. Why did I lose? Nobody knows. I think it might have been the 100 damage to the face. Might have been the 100 damage to the face. But it's hard to tell for sure. Hey, Zetter. Ah! Up against another priest. You love to see it. Absolutely love to see it. Will my opponent trade their patches into this Cavern Shiny Finder? Find out this time. I truck ran over patches last game, so it was decided that Marshy loses the game, sadly. Oh. Word. Hi, Marshmallow Alien. Hello, Azurai. I will give this deck one chance to draw me a weapon buff before I do the life-altering play of prep cutting class. If I could just get a harmonic hip hop off the top, everything would be so nice. It would actually be a disaster for my opponent if I top decked harmonic hip hop. Complete disaster. The likes of which this world has never seen. You know, that's something. Let's see what we've won. Chat, I have a question about whether or not I've lost this video game. This is a play I like to call, I guess. So, still dead. Just for that, I'm going to the restroom. How's the stream been so far? What kind of shenanigan-filled decks have you been playing? I've been playing Ignore My Opponent and Go Face While They Kill Me Rogue. I'll be right back. I'm at the point in my day where I want more coffee because I've been enjoying drinking coffee, but I don't need coffee for coffee's sake, right? I just want it. It's 2? Yeah, I definitely probably shouldn't have more coffee. The struggle is real. I'd probably be fine with coffee too, actually. Maybe I will have some.
Guide my hand.
You love coffee? Me too, me too. Chat, what's a nice, like, good, fast deck to play? Something entertaining, but, like, isn't a complete far-fetched potato pile. You know, what's something nice that people want to see? Doesn't have to be tier 1, but just, you know, not like a tier 4 meme Garbo theme. Floppy Hydro Boom Zuka. That's more what I'd consider that last thing I said. Libram Paladin. I could just play some Libram Paladin. I don't think I've had a Libram Paladin video do poorly. I could just run back the same list I was playing the other day, too. Like, that one felt fine. I love Miracle Rogue. I have a Nature Shaman I like. Nature Shaman. I've already played... already played Rogue today, so I try not to do the same class twice in a row. I could try your 40 card Libram Paladin, but I already have my 40 card Libram Paladin. I like that one. Is yours better than mine? I guess Infinite Face Damage Miracle, Fizzle, Reverse Heal Priest. I got a spicy deck for you. Any restrictions for posting deck lists? Just post it in the deck review section of my Discord. But like, I don't want something that like, yeah, I want to probably be done within the next hour-ish, as far as streaming right now. So like, I don't want to play something too far-fetched. You know, like I kind of want to, you know, get business done so I can move on with the rest of my day. This is more Reynold Paladin, huh?
In time, all things are possible.
Yours looks pretty similar to what I was running, except it doesn't have Vorax and Aegis. I think I had Liadrin in mine too. Well, my opponent has given me a lot of mana. That's my big thought. This is very epic Hearthstone music, chat. What's going on here? Maxie swears by Blessed Priest. Is that just Inner Fire? Like new Inner Fire? Is that what Blessed Priest means? That deck's name has changed so many times. This is actually less safe in my hand these days than it is on my field, huh? Because now they can just Theatar it. So yeah, I should just accept the Sticky Finger. Not like I also wanted the Nozdormu off the field. I didn't just do that to dodge Sticky Finger, but like I should worry about Theatar. That's my real point. I should worry about Theatar in the way that I used to worry about Sticky Finger. Yeah. Is Priest. People don't like to see me play Priest lately. Ba-ba-dum-bum. Hey! Not allowed. That is some cheating right there. Oh yeah, that's a little like this is a it's like a Deathwing funny combo deck. It's just a Astral Communion. I think that might be a little too cute for like what I want to accomplish in the time I'm trying to accomplish it. But I'll definitely keep that in mind maybe for next time. Oh my. Is this what Hearthstone music sounds like now? I thought it was all 2000s, 2010s era pop music. Yeah. Yeah, built around oracles is really cool. It sounds really cool. But again, 2 rogues in a row. Do you have Maxie's Blessed Priest? I might just play that. Playing Water Elemental the turn you can't hit face seems incorrect.
I will not forsake.
Oh my goodness. I can't deal with that. Wait, that's a huge problem for me.
Be reborn in my image.
This is what I have to deal with that.
Let's see. What do I take?
I just lost the video game. That's crazy. A Midas just hard makes me lose.
To perfection.
Gotta put Def in, for sure. Azrai just posted in the court. Yeah, I was saying, like, I like what you posted. It looks cool. I just don't think I have the time to make content for that style of deck right now. I should have Envenom Weapon in the list. Too true. Wow, my opponent is just a cheater. Interesting. I didn't realize cheating was so on the menu right now. That's going in as a Blade Flurry? That's great. It's great for me. Well, unfortunate that I have to do what I have to do, but at least I've gotten through it. So I'm trying to decide if there's a world where I'm not, like, casting Renethal this turn. I don't think it's very likely. Would love to top deck that other...
Our hardships only strengthen our
Cheating, chat! That's some filthy cheating right there. Absolutely brutal. Yeah, we can finally cast this for a reasonable amount, though. Like, our deck just starts to work again in a second. And we have Zephyrus for Acidic Swamp Ooze. So, we can get rid of this. Getting this far to the end of our deck is a little scary. Prage for Ooze from Zeph. Zeph's gonna give me Ooze. As long as I don't be a potato about it. Cringe. I think I still have to play this, right? Like, it just needs to be done. Do I risk it? Like, do I risk drawing it again? Nah, I think I just do it. Just I would like to do this is all.
And I will bring destruction.
I'm only a little scared.
Do try to keep yourself.
Aw, that's rude. That's rude. Only a rude person would do that. Not ping. Not charger. You have to face tank this at least. You have to take at least 8 damage from it. Come on. Don't be rude. It's only fair. Cool. Alright, well, I don't have high hopes, just because our, Stop! What do you mean? Cut that out. Should have done this one. This one would have survived that. Guess I'm not Zephyrusing them this turn? Seems bad. Guess I'm not swinging this turn is what I'm not doing.
Your wish is my suggestion.
I don't know. I think they might have done enough. I think there's very little I can do at this point. Especially considering they've still got Holy Wrath stuff happening in there somewhere. Right.
Come with me into the future.
Zeph not being silly dumb potato chungus. Like as a 2/5 weapon, it's gonna offer me the weapon removal, surely. Losing leeching poison here is bad. I think I wanted both of those. Anything else I'm happy with. Anything else is fine. Sick. Easiest 1-1. Oh. Poop. That was pretty good.
I'm running out of time.
You shiny.
What's the weapon? Is it sphere? Is that a sphere that just drew?
Last time. More time.
Alakazam! The time has come to dethrone our former master.
What's up with opponent having 3 copies of No? Yeah, that's a good question. It's a real good question. I'm hoping I top deck Kingsbane, because that like slows the amount of damage that I do to myself. This spear.
Come with me.
What a goose.
The future.
Come with me into the spagooty. Yay! Alright, I have exhausted all of my removal, all of my healing. If opponent gets a taunt, it's GG, isn't it? Probably, right? What taunts would they run? I don't think they have another way to freeze my face. They've played... Yay! I was gonna say they've played Reno. What else are they gonna do? They actually got there. Top 2K, knew we could do that. They had location. Right, like that was their out. I was trying to think if they had anything that they definitely could have had. Oh, you're saying like why didn't they even try? Yeah, that's a good question. Maybe they're not hopeful. I'm discovering a lot of people hate playing to their outs. That's something I've discovered over streaming. It's not like I see a lot of people in person, like just, you know, sometimes people just want to give up. It's very weird to me. I love playing to my outs. If I don't play to my outs, it's either because I'm trying to be done in a certain time and I don't have the time to like play out to I don't have the time to like sit there and twiddle my thumbs against hostage mage for 30 minutes, you know, or like my frustration is high enough that like, yeah, I could win this, but I don't feel like it. But that's like very niche where that happens. Like it'll be against a specific deck that I'm playing a lot and whatever. But I feel like a lot of people just like generally it's not deck specific. They just don't play their outs very much. I was gonna lose. I'll concede. People will ask me like why I'm not conceding in very winnable games because like it's not already going really well for you. Why would you not play it? Why would you play it out? It's like, wow. I just like card games just don't feel like the games for that. Like if you feel that way, card games just don't feel like they should be your genre, you know? Why not play something else? King Anduin will bless you.
As the card.
Martian not playing to his outs when he queues into Hostage Mage. Real. I'm well, Ultra Force. How are you? The only time I concede seemingly early is when the opponent clears my board when I'm aggro.
My blade burns
For
with
me,
holy
in that situation,
fire.
it depends on my hand.
Shall bring victory.
Oh yeah, Clergy is unbanned. So funny. Well, this isn't as nice as the location was for activating Orbital Halo. Orbital Halo is mental. It is really, really good. You know what's funny? Wait, did they ever revert extra arms? They did, right? It just like it got power crept. I was about to say like it's funny that they never did that, but they did do that, didn't they? Oh, hey, Hidden Gem.
Is someone injured?
Opponent doesn't even know what to think. That's what I think. They'll play a minion, and I'll play this, buff and trade, and then I can do this, and it'll be great.
Reporting for duty.
Actually, is this a hold on to the coin and just do this type of turn? Remember back in my day when we used to play Circle of Healing alongside Wild Pyromancer in this, and those turns felt amazing? What's the fastest you can solar get yourself from 30 life to 0 with no need help? You can solo get yourself from 30 life to 0 with no needed help from opponent? Now with Darkglare gone? I don't love doing this, but it activates all my halos. Maybe I'll do this first. Because then it's like turn 3 is the fastest, right? You go Tour Guide on 1, into Coin Darkglare, into Tour Guide, into Mass Production, and then you just delete yourself. Like, if you were trying to lose as fast as possible without conceding, what does that look like? That's what that would look like with Darkglare. I think you still go Warlock, right? You just get all the damaging cards. It'd probably be around, like, turn 5. That's just a blind guess.
Right away.
I think this dude exploded. It's not looking great for him. Can Marshy come up with 3 damage? He certainly can. 4 mana glow? Yeah, it's kind of gross, huh? Yeah, don't you want to do that first?
Right away.
No, it's possible to get to below 10 on turn 1 as Warlock on the coin. So Kobold, no. Does anything deal more damage than Flame Imp? So Flame Imp, Coin, Solarium, the Flame Imp. We've taken 7. Raise Dead, Raise Dead. Oh, the Treant guy. Yeah, Treant. Yeah, okay. So 7, 13, 23. Yeah.
Shall bring victory.
West Mounter. The Bomb 1 mana card? What's the Bomb 1 mana card?
Ah, I see you've brought guests.
Ooh, hey, Crab Rider.
Relax your mind.
Oh, Spirit Bomb. I see. Yeah, that we mentioned.
Relax your mind.
Oh, you know what is the 1/3 that deals damage to yourself when it takes damage? That's better than Flame Imp, right? Because you play Ash Tongue. You play Ash Tongue, and then you Soul Bomb the Ash Tongue. Now you've taken 4 damage. So yeah, that gets us from 23 damage to 24 damage. Can we get 6 more damage in there somewhere? Halo Top Deck, please. You're welcome, Marshy. Thank you. Yeah, I don't know how we would do that. What class do you think has the most volatile class identity? I've always thought Demon Hunter because they throw so many archetypes on it. Interesting question. Probably... Yeah, Paladin was the one that they used to just kind of dump whatever they couldn't fit somewhere else into it. So I want to say Paladin. I feel like Demon Hunter is actually one of the ones that's had pretty consistent class identity, to be honest. Pound it, Dune. Isn't Shaman the most volatile with class identity? Is it?
Is someone injured?
I could see that.
One dose solves
Solves any spaghettis.
solves any problem.
Interesting. Well, that's making me sad that I didn't save my cleric, but you know what they say, chat. Why don't we just win anyway? We're close. Soon. This card is so cracked. This is the best Titan, right? Is there a better Titan than Amanthul?
Witness
It's like ANR is the contender, right? Not really Sargeras. I feel like Sargeras is at least niche. Yogg? Oh, OG Yogg. Current Yogg? Nah. But OG Yogg for sure, yeah, absolutely. I think ANR is the best Titan? I don't think so. ANR is slow. I think, like, maybe from playing Wild it seems better because it's more castable in Wild, but... even then, like, you can play this in an aggro deck. You're not playing ANR in an aggro deck. I think this thing is just cracked. But yeah, ANR is a contender at least.
I wonder.
I hear
Just assuming I'm going to be doing this, I guess, because I don't want to waste the healing off of the gift, but we'll see. DK is nasty. DK is pretty good. I think Amanthul is just better. Like, the fact that it costs 7, I think, is part of why it's so good. Can you not just win the video game? What are you doing? Best Titan is Reverb. Anar in any class would be mid or bad, but as Druid with so many ramp stuff, you think it's best. I think Amanthul still wins out. Nico Collins is a pretty good Titan. I didn't understand that reference. Like, everything the Amanthul Titan does is so good. I don't know. Mercy,
You make my blood boil.
Wisdom shall bring victory.
Is Cathedral worth keeping? On the coin, surely, right? Either that or it isn't. What's the difference between a paladin and a warrior in WoW? So paladins are priests that use their magic like paladins do. So priests are like holy priests, stand back and support. Paladins are priests that have they're like using their holy magic offensively and melee style, I guess.
Is someone injured?
Oh, the Shaman Titan! I completely forgot. I think from a wild standpoint, the Shaman Titan is the best. I completely forgot. I don't know how it's doing over there in Standard, but yeah, the Shaman Titan is like stupid cracked
Right away.
in Wild. Completely forgot about it. Alright. It's the last of my draws that you ruin, you stupid tower. Get out of here. I'm impressed by his Chumbus display. I am. It's just been a while. Shaman has kind of fell off a bit. Aw, that's rude. Why would you do that to me? To me, Martian Stool.
Light sings, and the impure
I don't know, maybe I should have held off on that. Nah, it's probably greedy to hold off. The Warrior Titan is the best Titan at being forgotten by you. Fair enough. Fair enough.
Do you have this in a
Do you have this in a spaghetti size? I spent 2 years desperately wishing for the Warrior Titan to be good, but I've been forsaken. That's what you get. That's what you get for expecting things to be good when they could be stupid instead. Back. Abomination!
That was inept.
Which one are we thinking is the worst Titan? Oh, the Warrior one, for sure. The Warrior one is Bungus.
This one displeases me.
Ham. Chat, are you sad about the loss of our 20 damage clergy? Oh yeah, the Rogue Titan. Rogue Titans, yeah, that one might be worse. That one I legit forgot about. It's also not technically a Titan. It's a Titan in leet speak. It's a Spagoot.
Potential. Together in harmony.
That one. Watch my opponent play anything with a battle cry. No, that's cheating. Don't. Oh. Or surely they'll shatter. Surely. Oh, no shatter. Sick. Well then.
Light sings, and the impure fall.
Should I make a big Nerubian? Oh, I can't play both of these because it got ruined. Maybe I'll chill then. I'll chill. We won't activate what's his face for now.
Celebrate the holiday while you can.
What horrible thing are they going to do to me? Oh yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Fine. I don't have any like silent stuff in my hand, huh?
The future is clear. Your demise is made.
Isn't that just over then? I have no way to get through the Velen combo. And I didn't discover something, and I already got rid of my Amanthul. So it's just over.
I wonder. You have better.
Is Voltron an actual item with lead speak? No. That's why they gave it. That's why they gave it the lead speak, because it's not really one. The idea was like they're trying to make a Titan, but it's not one. I used to love Reno, but now just hearing the stupid voice line makes me annoyed at best. Yeah. What are we doing over here? Four minutes of gameplay so far. I think everything's going according to plan.
Anduin versus Gul'dan.
Your soul shall be mine.
Wisdom shall bring victory.
Is this a hand of all time? Is this a hand of all Tim? Oh, thanks, Nomad Farmer. I didn't notice that. They, I guess there's a typo on one of my bots above average hand. Yeah, I think it's doing okay. I think it's doing okay. Well, that's kind of a cool coin. I didn't realize that existed. Rude. Are they going to go for the silence? No way. That's funny. It kind of makes this a little less appealing, huh? Is Priest still the class with not that much card draw? Surely not. Surely not. They were not interested in a clergy living. That's so funny.
Light sings, and the impure
I used to love reading. Oh, I read that one. Ba-ba-da-ba-ba. Well, there you go. They're tired of the voice line, which is very relatable. Very relatable. Care to eat spaghetti? Be careful. It's got a fork. Rude. Rude. But at least this lives. That's nice. Oh.
Is someone injured?
Stop. One of these days, one of my threats will stick. You'll see, chat. You'll see. Neat. Surely this is the one. Oh.
Right away.
Yeah. Surely. No interfire or confuse. Which one's confuse? Is that the 2-mana one that does it to everything? So yeah, certainly not confuse, but we have bless. Bless is the one. You're showing off how many we can make? Yeah, word. Oh, I'm only at 30. I just kind of like assumed I was Renathal, chat. I think that's fair, by the way. Like everything is played like Renathal these days. I think it's fair to just kind of default that. Right, I'm gonna allow myself that one. I was like, surely I have 40 health. Everything's 40 health now. You agree? Thank you. Siphon's still going from 6 to 4 is still funny to you. It's such a good card for that format at 4. If my opponent gave me a free Amanthul, I'll be so pleased with them. Just saying. Don't you dare play Plague of Flames. Okay, good. Alright. Thank you. See you later, Veloid. Antoine. What up, Antoine?
Wisdom shall bring victory.
Oh my goodness. I wish this was here. Oh my goodness, this hand would be nuts. I could always just wait, right? Like I could wait. I don't have to coin this out on one. If I do it on 2, I can play both of these on the thing at the same time. But they just play Door of Shadows. So I feel like they don't have anything to kill the Murloc on with. Oh, I can do it, because the coin. Oh. That'll teach me to know stuff. Wish I could play Wild, but I have to grind Standard for Golden Bob. I need to double check my Golden Bob. I think I'm close, but I might still need to complete something. Is this Alex? I'm scared of Alex. Very scared. It's a nice aggressive start for against Alex Rogue, if that's what it is, but a little scared. Turn 1, 3/5 Wind Fury. What a time to be alive. Real. Real and true. Oh no. It's Miracle Rogue then. Kind of scary, I think. Hopefully they don't have another one of those. Would love a nice dagger pass turn. Don't you think, chat? Wouldn't the dagger pass turn be nice? Garrot? Alright. That's fine. That's as good or better than dagger pass. Dagger pass is a specialty of yours? Word. You really like the concept of starships and crewmates. That's what's up. The little crab rider that could. 2-minute game. Decks like this are so hard to make half-hour videos for. Should you just get better at drawing? Probably. I think that's what a good player would do.
Anduin versus Thrall.
For Doomhammer.
Wow, this hand seems good.
Bring victory.
I'm super into it. I wonder if I should have even kept this. Maybe. Marcy, might you take a look at my new cooking recipes, please? If you put it in my Discord, I'll look at it. In the deck review section and at the Elise spot. I'll glance at it. Is Arena Priest too slow and easily disrupted in this current meta? For me, it's just like it's not getting views. The last like 3 Reno Priest videos I put out did like not just mid, but like kind of bad, which was shocking to me. But so I've been a little hesitant to play it for that reason.
Is someone injured?
But yeah, I haven't been playing against it a lot either. I wonder if it is really just kind of bad. It feels more like a pile than it ever has. Like, it started to kind of feel like it wasn't a pile for a minute, but then, like, it's like super a pile. What are my thoughts on Fiona Apple? That's a person, right? American singer-songwriter. Does she have, like, what's her big hit? My thoughts are, I don't super know them. I guess. This is like the unkillable clergy. Criminal? Why don't you guys hum a few bars? Walking mountain. Walking mountain.
Is someone injured?
That's a lot of cards. Marshy's gonna overdraw, but he doesn't really care that much. Except that he doesn't have a bless. So yeah, bless could hurt. Reno Priest is Cards Priest? It is. It is Cards Priest. Yay! This is gonna be another 2-minuter. If you want to see a lot of games of a deck, you always want to play a deck like this. You always want me to play a deck like this, right? Because I'll put like 15 of these games in a video. Thanks, Schmoofy. What I need is a good defense because I'm feeling like a criminal. A criminal. How do I counter Hero Reno card? I'm budget player with my only best class at the moment is Starship Crewmate Demon Hunter. I think you get, you don't counter it, you accept it.
Anduin versus the Thunder King.
Try to kill him before they play it.
This is not my first guerrilla war.
Wisdom shall bring victory.
Wisdom shall bring victory. Hidden gem. My Marshy plan is to do this, into this, into this, this, and then be really happy. That's my Marshy plan. I'm still gonna do it. Gavel. Gavel's rude. Gavel's pretty rude. Clergy is such a good card. Ow.
Monkey see, monkey do.
More like monkey see, monkey don't. Am I right, chat? It's a lot of draw. Remember Radiant Elemental? I don't have a Bless in my hand, which makes me sad. I don't like it. Pop-up book. Always something dumb. That's not dumb enough.
Monkey see, monkey do.
That clears all my stuff. I don't like it. Don't like it, chat. Not a fan. Do I do the 4 chip or do I leave it stealthed? I feel like I leave it stealthed, right? Something dumb. I think the horse was the one I didn't want to see there. This is fun.
You see, you've reached your peak.
Rude. It'd be a shame if I had another one of these. A real shame.
That's bananas.
You're bananas. Do these decks still run Devolve?
Is someone injured?
Alright, my big thought is, you know, bless and we win with one smack to the face, right? So, like, there's no use exposing this to, like, Gift of Thrall plus Hex. You think they run it? I don't usually see it. But yeah, I mean, like, you never know with these things. Oh, bummer. Wanted to use this to draw. I can use this, right? We're one draw away, right? Like, but I can't draw and also get through that.
Is someone injured?
In the same turn if I don't do this first. So, oh, I forgot that didn't heal friend or enemies. Never mind. I don't play enough decks like this. Like, I forgot that this didn't heal your enemies too. It'd be really good if it did, wouldn't it? Like, this would be so stupid if it healed enemies, because then you could do the switchy thing and it'd be a really nasty board clear. But yeah, okay, fine. That was a 6-minute game. All right, let's do a count. 10, 17, 26. Wow, really? 4? No. 9, 11, 14, 20. Okay, so we need 10 more minutes. Thanks, Ultra Force. Ultra Force.
Wisdom shall bring victory.
This priest deck looks like it could be countered by Plague Knight. Bracket, bracket, Plague Knight, bracket, bracket. You made up for the Maxi Discover Hunter. Yeah, this is kind of a pretty winnable deck. Your track record is pretty good, Schmoopy. And even then, you know, like... it's fine if I don't enjoy a deck I'm playing every once in a while. That, Schmoopy is referencing when I played Discover Hunter recently, and what a unfortunate time I had playing it. If I just do this here, their Libram doesn't kill it. And we'll have a 6/6 Wind Fury Murloc. Yeah. I don't know, this seems like a pretty winnable game, frankly. Good deck, it seems like it might be.
I cannot wait to read this.
Jordan coming in with the 27 months of Prime. Martian Boo. Hey Jordan, thank you so much. I really appreciate it, my friend. It's a million years of Prime. Maxi says this is his fastest climbing deck. No one plays it, but it's been good for you.
I cannot wait to read this.
Are they just toast? Oh, okay. Maybe? I just hit it twice. Brutal. Brutal. Guten Tag, I'm a frog, Jordan. Thank you so much for the 6 months, friend. How are you? Alright, what was that? Up to 22 minutes? You just kind of win really fast, over and over, forever. I'm currently trying to figure out why Interfire Priest doesn't have any Interfire. Because bless. And why Jordan hasn't had Martian on for trivia yet. I'm on Jordan trivia shows. I'm in the Jordan vids. Ah yes, the last Paladin. We meet again.
Wisdom shall bring victory.
Oh, again?
We have turned our curse into our strength.
I like how the last Paladin is always even Shaman.
Light sings, and the impure fall.
Bless is more. I get it. Because of less is more. And there's bless in this deck. And we're talking about how there isn't an Interfire in it. It all makes sense now. I guess I just do this, right?
Be gone!
Abomination! Was this 2 for 3 when it first came out? Man, that sounds like such a bad card. This is a pretty good card, right? The old one is trash. That was a really good top deck. That's my opinion, based on crab writing. This one was considered a pretty controversial unnerf when it got unnerfed. Wasn't that the same round as KT? I think so. How will we defeat the ancient technology of Even Shaman? This is the ancient technology of Even Shaman too. Like, we cut this a million years ago. Back in the before times. I kind of want to chill on this. I don't know if that's smart or not, but I'm going to do it. Like, if they want to sink 2 Crackles into this, I'm okay with that. This may be someone who time traveled from Witchwood with this deck list in hand. Well, they have Trusty Companion. But yeah, you never know. Did I already bless this thing? Why is its attack so... Oh, I haloed it and then... Did I halo it twice? I did. Alright, so they have 6 total health. I don't think it's worth doing this. Maybe I do heal it though. Now that it's lost its divine shield. You're waiting for them to drop the flame wreaths. They might. They might. Remember the other one? The 4 for 4/5 that got... It used to be a 4 for 4/4, I think, but it got buffed to 4 for 4/5. Totemic spaghetti, whatever it was. I remember. So is my opponent just like outright cheating? Is that what it is? Okay. Can we legal? Boop, boop. Trade. Leaves me with 4 mana to heal this back to full and then do this to it. So 12. It's legal, isn't it? Seems like legal to me. That's going to be one of our longest games, I think. A whole, like, 4 minutes. It was 4 minutes. So I think that's up to 26 minions. So hopefully I only need, like, 2 more games, and then we can call it. Disgusting, filthy, net-decked, overplayed meta tyrants. Yep.
My blade burns with holy fire.
Wisdom shall bring
I like this deck. We'll disenchant some stuff, try it, lose 3 games, then take another month break, methinks. Yeah. Such is the way. Broken deck? It might be. It might be. Seems pretty good. If I top deck Orbital Halo, unlucky. Still though, this is pretty good. Because now I can coin this out. And be really happy about it. You might say it's a hidden gem. I might say that, it's true. Speaking of hidden gem, what if I just hidden gem instead of wasting my coin? But then... Reaching for your face.
I cannot wait to read
Wow.
this. I cannot wait to read this.
I cannot wait to read this. I cannot wait to read this. Yay! Can I post the deck code when time permits? I refuse. I refuse. It's my secret deck code that I got from Schmoopy, who got it from Maxi. But, I mean, you can look at it. You can look at it. Just don't ever speak of it. Chat. What am I supposed to do here? I really don't love my options. How's that for a play of all time? This deck is gonna make the next tempo store. Yeah. Smudger, does anyone know what the twist format is next month? Also, hi. Hey, Smudger. Thank you so much for the 18 months, my friend. I really appreciate it. The next month, it's Twist Wonders, but also there's a new rule where you can have as many as 40 cards in your deck. So between 30 and 40 cards. And your health will correspond to how many you have. So you can have a 37 card deck with 37 starting health. If you want.
I do love a good study session.
My opponent does love a good study session. Not super happy. What I really wanted was... I could heal it back up. You can heal it back up with this. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be just fine, chat. Interesting, yeah, it was pretty cool. Bad mind. Twist is bad. Bad mindset to have. All I see is easy rank 1 because no one else plays. Yeah, word. True. That turn was gross. It was pretty gross, huh?
Reporting for duty.
It is until you realize whole format is hand buff Pally, Jade Cthulhu Rogue, and Handlock. Extra large Handlock was the best thing about that month. I loved playing it. I could have spammed that into the next universe. I hated playing against the hand buff Paladin though. That one was lame. One off. Do you think a twist game mode where classes start as their Death Knight hero would be fun, or would everyone be built in? It'd probably be fun. I don't know how you'd balance it. My opponent is giving me filthy cheater vibes, by the way. How many drinks do I have? Oh, enough. I'm just gonna drink my way there. My opponent doesn't even realize. Boop. Guess Uther would be too strong? That's true, actually. Yeah, Uther would probably be nuts. Did Radiant Elemental ever get nerfed? Yes, that's why it's not in this deck. Versus Paladin. So you can just Wisp, Coin, Ping into Snowflipper, Penguin, Ping into Desk Imp, Ping. Mage with all 0 mono 1/1s. I see. Yeah. It's pretty good. Let's see. Let me count again because now we've had math. Let's see. 4 minutes, 9 minutes, 11, 14, 22, 26, 32. All right, one more maybe. I played a couple Twist games yesterday. I went from Diamond 6 to Diamond 8 on a lose streak. Every time I got on board, I got top deck, Brawl, Observer, Blood Mage, plus Fan and Knives, got hit for 20 from hand. There you go. You know what? That's 32 minutes, and that was a good one to end on. I should actually probably go. So, sorry to debate. Let's... How many of you are there? There's enough for a raid. We'll raid somebody. Where, oh, where have my humans gone? Oh, where can they be? This person's on a rant. All right, you guys have been great. I'll see you again someday. Stay cool. Stay spagoo. You know how it is. You know how it is with the stuff and the spagoo. See you next year. True.